Okay folks, this video is going to be 100% charts, only charts, because we are looking at monthly candle closures happening pretty soon, guys. So we'll talk about what's going to happen in the coming month for BTC itself, then we'll take a look at the long-term trends on Ethereum, then we will try to find out what caused the bounce on Bitcoin that came from nowhere, guys, or did it. And then the special guest for the day, guys, reserve right token right here. I mean, this is looking to me like a potential breakout. So with that said, let's jump over to the first analysis right here, guys. Let's take a look at the long-term trends on Bitcoin. And just to point out a little obvious fact right here, this is the upper side Bollinger Band, and every exponential trend on the monthly time frame itself on Bitcoin has been alongside your candles closing above the upper Bollinger Band, guys. As you can see right here, every single candle closure was above the upper Bollinger Band. That is what caused the trend to immediately continue to the upside as soon as the month literally started trading, guys. I don't know what happened right here, but most parts of the price action is quite relevant, guys, that the upper side Bollinger Band, the monthly, is kind of relevant to the price action as well. As you can see right here, guys, the bounce that came from $3,000 levels had a retest of the upper Bollinger Band, and that is when you start getting rejected, and that is when you started actually going all the way towards the retest of the middle Bollinger Band itself, guys. Now what we're looking at right here is the fact that we're getting rejected from the upper side Bollinger Band. Is it like a death sentence? Is it like a completely bearish fact in the market? Probably not, guys. This is nothing bearish, to be honest with you folks right here, and I'm not saying that these exact patterns are going to repeat again in the market, but what we can expect, at least in the beginning of the month, is that maybe we could be looking at a little, let's just say, guys, a little consolidation behavior, or maybe a little bearishness coming to the price action itself that could take the price action all the way towards that $48,000 at first, and then we can extend our downside targets all the way towards $44,000, guys. Now that is going to be the ultimate risk tolerance, guys, which is why I'm just talking about bearish stuff, because let's just get that out of the way, right? I mean, let's talk about the risk management first, then we can talk about potential upside targets that are about to happen as well, because the small time frame trends are kind of different, guys. The monthly trend is telling us something else, and the daily and the 3-day time frames are telling us something else, guys. Most likely something totally different altogether, right? And on the RSI as well, look, guys, I do not think that this can be considered as a bearish divergence coming from this point and this point right here as of now, because we need some confirmation, guys. We need some follow through coming in the next candle itself. So if you look at December being bearish for crypto market, if you see that the next candle, the next monthly candle kind of closes below something like this, or something like, I don't know, guys, $39,000 as a whole, maybe then we can talk about a potential bearish divergence on the monthly time frame itself. But I don't think this is a bearish divergence, guys. This just needs a little reset in the momentum oscillators, and then we'll be good to go, most likely to the upside, right? Got to be managing my risk beneath the wick low, which was just set in for this month itself, guys. So I'm going to be managing most of the risks. I'm talking about the monthly time frame right here. I'm going to be managing most of the risks below this exact price point. We're going to be $53,000 as a whole. So if you see Bitcoin essentially rolling below $53,000 as a whole, that is when we could be looking at a further continuation momentum that could take the price action all the way towards $48,000, guys. So these are the different scenarios that can potentially happen in the month of December itself. Now on the upper side of things, guys, most likely we will retest the upper Bollinger Band once again, and if December's monthly candle is closing, let's see what happens, guys. But if December's monthly candle closes above the upper Bollinger Band, maybe that is when the real exuberance could start picking up, and maybe your exact timeline for bull market for most of the people could not play out, including me, guys, that is expecting most of the altcoins to shine during January, guys. We could be looking at a little delay in that entire situation as a whole. Let's see what happens, guys. This candle is about to close pretty soon, so I don't see this candle closing above the upper Bollinger Band, the monthly itself, which is sitting in at $70,000, guys. Did we get rejected from 69,420? Did we do that? No, guys. I think we fell $400 short of that, but yeah, I mean, that would have been really interesting. Now with that said, guys, let's take a look at the 3-day time frame itself. Now what's happening there is kind of way different than your monthly time frame as a whole, guys. To me, it looks to me like we are putting in a higher low as compared to all of these two lows, guys. In the first and the foremost pass, this looks to me like you're setting in a good looking trend and you are ready to continue to the upside, guys. If we resolve this one to the downside, if you start closing 3-day candles below $53,000 guys. Again, that's a monthly risk management point as well. If you start closing 3-day candles below $53,000, most likely Bitcoin will get into a little bearishness in the market, guys. So we'll be looking at downside targets at least on these levels at first. On the better side of things, on the brighter side of things, this bounce coming from these levels was nice. It was kind of nice, guys. I mean, this is coming from 111 moving average as well. So let's talk about that real quick, guys. You can see right here, this is kind of abracadabra, guys. This is literally abracadabra, guys. Holy shit, just look at this freaking bounce coming from the 111 moving average. Holy crap, this is madness, guys. So yesterday I was trying to evaluate the bounce in the small time frames, the extreme small time frames, and I remember that the price action just simply went all the way towards these levels, and that is exactly when that green bell started ringing in my head that maybe the bounce came from the 111 moving average, guys, and it looks to me like it did. So what are we looking at right now? I mean, we could essentially expect and manage most of the risk management on 3-day, on weekly, even on monthly time frame below $53,000, guys. So with all of these things said, the bigger side of conclusion lies towards the fact that Bitcoin above $53,000 is good. Below $53,000, it's not good. Let's conclude BTC right here, guys. What's happening in the small time frames? Let's see what's happening right here as well. And this is looking to me like a falling wedge that could have good looking bullish targets all the way towards 65,000 as well, guys. This is a good looking downtrend, and this could potentially resolve alongside this entire falling wedge also resolving to the upside, guys. Now with this bullish engulf candle coming from the 111 moving average is kind of looking nice as of now, but the trend reversal could be confirmed once we take out this high and once we start trending above $59,000 on a 4-hour opening and closing basis. That is when we can target these levels of Bitcoin, guys. Now remember, if Bitcoin goes bullish in the market once again, there will be good looking opportunities in the altcoin space as well, guys. So crazy amount of altcoins will bounce as well, guys. Now why do I say this? It's because of Ethereum right here. If you start closing monthly candle above $4,500, that would be damn good news for Ethereum, guys, because most of the trends continuation to the upside. We don't have much history on Ethereum, guys. This is the best I can do right here. Poloniex is little the best you can do if you are, I don't know, if you are wanting to study the price action in the long term. Poloniex is the best you can do for Ethereum itself, because this is the first listing, I guess, guys. I mean, I do believe Ethereum got a little ICO'd back in the good old days, but I believe the first exchange to list this one was Poloniex in the market, guys. So we don't have much history, but as far as the data goes, this is looking fine. This is looking overall fine. I mean, I don't have any bearish thing to talk about the price action. If I take it with the log charts right here, yes, things are quite damn volatile, to be honest with you, but things are bullish nonetheless, guys. Things are bullish. Things are completely fine on Ethereum, right? So with that said, let's jump into the 3-day and let's see what's happening there as well. I mean, it's kind of like Bitcoin itself, right? I mean, this one is doing something almost what Bitcoin is doing, guys. Still above the trending line, which is looking to me like a well-defined squeeze. This one is looking to me like a better wedge, a better rising wedge. I'm not sure if I would call this a rising wedge, but most likely it's a trending channel, and most likely we'll be testing the upper side of trending channel coming in at $5,500, guys. Now the other side of things, the Fibonacci side of things for this entire analysis, is the fact that you got rejected from 1618, which was your $4,900 to $5,000 regions. For this consolidation right here, your 1618 is going to be lying at, well, the channel top, which is going to be 5,500, guys. From the yesterday's video, I was talking about we are below the trending channel, and Ethereum took this one out, and as soon as you took out the bearish trending channel, you simply started rolling to the upside. This is what I was talking about. Let me just demarcate everything for you guys right here. This is something which we were simply speculating on, right? So the price action was constantly getting rejected beneath this trend line, and as soon as you kind of established a good bullish engulfing candle above this zone right here, that is when you had your immediate push to the upside. And Ethereum as of now is consolidating right here, but it looks to me like maybe you could be testing the high side of channel right here, which is going to be the deep retracement points coming from this little correction that happened a week ago, right? We could be looking at 4,600 Ethereum coming down the line for the small time frame target, and the mid time frame targets for Ethereum is simply going to be at 1618, which is going to be your $5,600 to $5,500 levels right here. Okay, guys, with that said, I think we are ready to jump into RSR, the special guest for the day itself. What is reserve right doing from these levels? This is setting in higher lows, and this is looking to me like a damn bullish structure in the market that really wants to resolve its squeeze to the upside. Now on the 3-year time frame, this is quite nice, guys, to be honest with you folks, right? This is looking to me like a good resolution coming from these levels, although I would want to see a 3-day candle closing above 0.05 cents first, and then we can talk about retest of the previous all-time high and a potential leg that could take the price action all the way towards 2618, sitting in at 24 cents as a whole, guys. Now look, you got perpetual contracts on reserve rights on FTX, on Binance, literally everywhere. So if you're not interested in the hodl game, you can simply trade this one as well, guys, because the 3-day time frame is telling us that this one is potentially getting into a trend only mode. So in the next 10 hours, most likely the candle is about to close above 0.45 cents, and if you see that happening, we could be expecting a constant rip to the upside, guys, because as you can see right here, most of the good looking trends on RSR did happen above the upper Bollinger Band. Although let me be very precise before I speak about bullish things once again. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is 40% volatility happening in one 3-day time frame, right? And look at the price action structure. This is simple macro bull, guys. This is a macro bullish price action, to be honest with you, but with 40% volatility happening literally in a week, guys, in a week, right? So if you're trading perpetual contracts, you know the deal. The potential up leg has just started emerging for RSR, and on the bigger side of things, until you're above this entire zone, I'm really interested in this little sweet spot coming in onto these levels right here. So I'm going to be really confident about this price action until you're above this price point, guys. And even if I'm trading RSR in the small to mid time frames, let's say in the long term time frame as well, I would be okay with the fact that this can go down by 37% and the structure is simply going to be resolving itself to the upside, most likely, right? So real quick, RSR against BTC. Now this analysis is something that I'm doing for myself as well, guys, because the price action is simply looking nice. The BTC price action, however, is looking okay in the market as well, because, well, it's not essentially this is not crazily bearish, right? We've seen worse, guys. We've seen the worst. We've seen the goddamn worst altcoin charts ever in the history, guys. So this one, compared to all of those charts, is looking completely fine, to be honest with you. And if you talk about this squeeze, it could take some time, but this is kind of doing the same thing, guys. The USD pair and the BTC pair are trying to do the same thing in the market, with most likely, yes, crazy amount of bullish divergence coming from this entire price point right here. So 50 satoshis on RSR simply turned out to be a good buying point against the Bitcoin pairing as well. And if we simply break this one to the upside, the first target is going to be at the higher side of the falling wedge. From these levels, it's going to be an up move coming, about 100% move, guys. Okay, so from these levels, this could be a 100% move coming in on the BTC pair itself, right? And on the USD pair, that could mean good things as well. I mean, 150% move to the upside coming from these levels would certainly mean that we could be looking at 10 cents regions being tested, guys. Alright, so we do have a potential snowball effect which could play out on RSR itself, guys. You can see that the USD structure for RSR is looking good, and the RSR Bitcoin ratio is also trying to break out, guys. This can snowball into good looking price action behaviors coming for the rest of the month. So with that said, guys, I think I'm going to be winding up this video right here, and let me know down in the comments if you know any price action structure that looks like this, guys. This is a good looking price action structure, and also this is how you spot good trends in the market as well, guys, because just check this out. I mean, series of higher lows being set in, and the price action is ready to explode the upside pretty soon, guys. So let me know down in the comments if you can see and if you can pinpoint these kind of patterns in the bigger picture. I'm talking about 3-day or weeklies or something like that. Let me know in the comments, and I will catch all of you in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.